And we are live. Episode
Yep.
4, Cleats and Beats. We got
Yep.
Lucky here. We
Yeah,
got
we got Nana. Yep.
Nana over there. Excited to kick off another episode. First off, we'll kick it off with EPL results from the past week.
Yeah.
Nana, I'll turn it over to you. City versus United.
Oh,
Tied
see,
game 0-0. What we
zero
got?
zero 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 tie game. Oh my goodness. Both of these guys are they completely in a different place where they were,
Mm,
especially City. City, their form has just dipped so much that I think as we talked about it last year, I think their main engine was Kevin De Bruyne. And after
mm-hmm.
he kind of fell like a little bit, it seemed like things seem to slowly start crumbling. Like they always say in the EPL, you can't stay dominant for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And for United, I think it's gonna come to a place where they might have to get rid of the coach. The
You
job is
think
just
so?
wait.
Wait,
I think the
United?
job, yeah. I'm
You
talking about
just brought him
United.
in.
I know it doesn't matter. This is the EPL that we're talking about. If you're not getting result,
Yeah.
if you're not getting the result, they will get you out.
Yeah.
Um, they just miss a lot of chances. I just don't know what is going on there because United right now is a mid-table team. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
City is fighting for the top four.
Mm-hmm.
If it was last season, City would have brushed over Man United just like
Right.
that.
Right.
And Holland is also not at his best. It's just there's just so much Joe Gunning. I think both teams just need a reset.
Wow.
To be honest, yeah, they just completely need a complete reset. A new. They might. I
City's
also
in
think
14th place on the table.
they are. They
That's
won today.
terrible.
They, oh, you talking about United, not City?
uh, I'm sorry, I'm talking about United. Yeah, United
Yeah,
is in 14th place. City is
yeah,
in fifth. Yeah, yep.
yeah. So it's just gonna come to a point where they're just gonna get sick of the coach and they might have to get rid of the coach.
But they've been doing that for how many coaches are they going to bring in? It's not the coach, it's the players. Well, I mean,
So
it's a lot
well,
easier to fire the coach, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's like he came in with a lot of hype, a lot of
He did.
pompous.
He
Everyone
did.
was looking forward to his fresh ideas because he was doing so well at Sporting. But
Yeah.
the Premier League
Yeah.
is a different beast,
It's a
and
different beast. The
yeah,
fans, the pressure, especially the fans, right?
hmm
Man
hmm
United TV, they were just going at him. As soon as
hmm
you're not getting the result, they just want you out of here, right? Because in the EPL, everything is quick. They need the result. If you're not getting the result, you out of here. Unless you been there longer, and proving yourself, like the Pebs and the clubs, right?
yeah, yeah.
Fergie, for example, he was there for a long time. Mourinho
This
was
is
there for a long time.
hmm
But there are some clubs that are kind of short fuses and they need the result. If you're not getting the result, they might. Well, I'd be really surprised if he's able to go another season. But you,
That's
you,
crazy.
United are not that quick of a temper to get rid of,
Yeah.
just for the simple fact that they like to give coaches chances. So I can kind of see him be there for another season, but
hmm
it's gonna be very difficult for him to stay 2 or 3 seasons if he's not getting the result that they want.
Yeah.
Um, a result is not a terrible. I mean, a tie is not a terrible for United, but
hmm
but at the same time, my goodness,
This is
14
kind.
plays.
Yeah, 14th place. I'm looking at their squad. It's,
Hmm.
it's a it's a good squad. That's not a
It is.
squad to be in 14th place.
It
I
is.
don't know what's going on with the players, or what's it like in the dressing room.
Hmm.
Loaning out Rashford. I don't know what happened. There's so many questions. What happened there? He
Hmm.
didn't get along with the coach, or
Hmm.
there's some conflict. But
Hmm.
that's a good squad.
It is. It is a
So
good
I'm
squad.
it's a good squad. So something is amiss. I'm going back at the different coaches. Ten Hag, kind of the same thing. A lot of
Hmm.
hype. He was doing really well in Netherlands. It's that one seemed like a culture miss because the players didn't seem like they wanted to play for him.
Uh huh.
There was
But
always just controversy like every week. Even
Always.
when Cristiano was there, it was like something was going on. It was just
Hmm.
that one didn't work.
Yeah.
So and then before him, it was
The-
Ali
After
Gunn.
for
It's been a lot of it's been a lot
yeah,
of misses.
yeah. Not to cut you off, but after Fergie left,
Yeah.
they just needed a whole new reset. They really needed somebody like a club who will
Hmm.
come in and get rid of the dead balls and just rebuild from the ground up.
Hmm.
You can't keep with your name anymore. Football does not work like that right now. You can't just
Hmm.
keep living up your name and all. That's why Madrid has just been so successful.
Hmm.
Ronaldo leave, and then the next person is coming up. They need
Hmm.
to build from the ground up. Right now, I'm looking at the score, and Newcastle is destroying them 4-1.
Jesus.
That is why
That's gonna the players are gonna be defeated
yeah,
if they're getting
exactly,
destroyed like that.
and they're not buying in. And then
Yeah.
if you look at the next run of fixtures, they have Wolves coming up. They have
Yep.
West Ham. They have Brentford, and then they have Chelsea again. They're going at Chelsea. They
Uh
have
huh.
Villa, right? They have Villa. So
These are
these
good.
are not,
Yeah, not easy
yeah,
games.
yeah. So it's gonna be a very 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 tough game today. I don't even think they can make the Europa League.
Mm.
It's gonna be tricky. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be tricky. And in Europa League, they tied Lyon midweek. I was watching it, um, 2-2,
Mm-hmm.
and the next is gonna be home game. So I think they might get a result at Old Trafford against Lyon. But other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know the projection where the club is going,
How long are they gonna continue with
how
this?
they're gonna kind of continue with that. Yeah. So
Yeah, for United fans. It's a rough go right now. I'll be
it
honest.
really is.
It
It
doesn't.
really is.
It's not getting better. It's kind of going up and down. But you know, mid to bottom of the table is not where you
It's
expect to see them.
for
I
a
yeah.
club like United.
Yeah, I watched the Sir Alex documentary.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if it was on Netflix, but it was just kind of how he built the team and the way he built the team and the culture he
yeah,
had within the group. It
yeah.
was like no wonder they're succeeding because he it was like from the ground up,
Yeah.
building, getting the players he wanted, making
Hmm.
sure they fit the roles.
Yep. Yep.
It made sense. So once he left, it was like I don't think anyone can fill his shoes
It's a
because
big,
he
big shoes to fill.
committed to this team and he was like building and building. Like Klopp, when
Hmm.
he came to Liverpool, you
Hmm.
could see he was building. It
He
didn't
got rid of
happen
all the
right.
dead boys.
Yeah,
He
he
got
got
rid
rid of
of all the
got a
dead
clean
boys.
house and build.
Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah, so
So that's kind of what they need. And on the City end of things, I think Kevin De Bruyne is the main engine of the team. And once he started going down, even though he had a superb performance against Crystal Palace
mhm,
when they beat them 5-2, you can
mhm.
just tell that the legs are slowly giving in. So he needs to come to the retirement home here in United States. We will take you. We will pay you. We will massage your feet after every
Do
game.
whatever you need.
Whatever you need. We have beaches here. We have beautiful homes.
Yeah.
San Diego is a beautiful city. Just come and enjoy the retirement and just give it, you know.
Mhm. There
So
are rumors are that he might go to Miami. They might figure a way to get him in Miami.
oh my god.
Can you
If
imagine?
yeah, if they do, that's gonna be deadly. Messi and Kevin De Bruyne combo will be a sight to see, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
that I've been surprised with City because the drop off, nothing from the squad perspective, nothing
mhm,
drastically changed from
mhm,
the last year. So when they were just losing in succession,
mhm.
it was like, what's going on? What's happening?
Do you also think in the EPL they figure you out? Like how I was saying, you can't just dominate. Like if you look at Bundesliga, Bayern be dominated for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Same with La Liga, but you have what? Barca and Real. League One, you have PSG.
Mm-hmm.
EPL is off and on. It was kind of crazy how City was even dominating for that long.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think even the smaller team figured you out.
Yeah. And I think once the players start losing,
Yeah.
it's the momentum is like, wow, this can happen. We're not used to we don't step on the field thinking we're gonna win right away and proving it. So
Mhm,
once you start losing, the momentum starts going down.
mhm,
Things can happen, and maybe the what the coach is saying isn't resonating as well. It's a
mhm.
long season. You're playing in so many competitions. I don't know. Maybe it was just surprising that the
Yeah,
dip in form when everything from the roster seemed strong, seemed in a good place.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and then they just need to. I think they really need to do another reset.
Mm-hmm.
They have great players. They have young good players. Grancho and all those other guys,
Mm-hmm.
Ahmad and all those are great players.
Mm-hmm.
They also will need a coach who has character to really, really bring back the culture of
Mm-hmm.
what United stands for, right? Because also with City, they're the noisy neighbors, but they're no longer kind of like the noisy neighbor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely will see what Pep will do in the summer. Is he gonna go clean house and find the midfielders and maybe find somebody to help Haaland
Mm-hmm.
when Haaland is not firing at all
This new
cylinders?
player, Marmoush, he's been
Yeah,
playing well.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
delivering. So
So
they can go out and scout someone that might not be a big
mhm,
name that
mhm,
impacts right away, which is
absolutely,
I give them credit for doing that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So that was that for that. So then there was another big news last week was Kevin De Bruyne, bowing out of the EPL.
Mm-hmm.
But this week, Liverpool fans are super, super happy and joyful because Mohamed Salah decided that he want to extend his contract. Good news,
Mm.
good news for Liverpool. Terrible news for the rest of the EPL. Terrible, terrible
Mm.
news for the rest of the EPL teams. Um, what do you think about Liverpool's plan of making sure they secure this 2-year deal, and how do you see them going forward with this signing? I mean, not signing, excuse me, with this contract
Extra
extension.
extension. Yeah,
Yeah,
it seemed like this is what Salah wanted, and
yeah.
United were negotiating pretty hard. Um, I mean, Salah has done so well
Oh man,
at Liverpool. He scored so many goals. You're thinking,
crucial.
why is this such a hard thing? I know he's getting
Yeah.
older, but he continues to produce. He's super fit. He runs all over the pitch.
Hmm.
So, you have to make this deal work. 'Cause I think both sides want the deal to work. It was
Hmm.
just finding a point that, they can agree on.
Hmm.
And for Liverpool as a whole, yeah, you're gonna want to continue this form because you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
they've dominated this year,
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
City's dropped off, Arsenal's still strong, Chelsea
Hmm.
is kind of, so you can
Yeah.
see the next years, if they
Hmm.
continue to build, continue to have their strength, they can do really big things. So getting the contract over the line, keeping
Yeah.
the roster, strong. I know there's some people rumored to leave, but you still have to, sign your big stars, and you need
Yeah.
goals. And then at the end of the day, you need people scoring goals
Scoring goals. Yeah. Uh,
because, yep,
I
go ahead.
think, yeah, I also think that's going to trigger your Van Dykes to stay because
Mm-hmm.
that's also like another one that they've been thinking about as well. So it's huge. It's
Mm-hmm.
really huge to secure that signing because the Saudis were sniffing.
Mm-hmm.
Real Madrid was sniffing as well, which I heard. But securing this is just such a big, big win for Liverpool.
Mm.
When Salah is not in the game, even though Jota can still come in and score, Darwin Nunez can still score, Diaz can still score. Salah, when he's present, when he's just in there, if he's gonna miss one, he's gonna score two.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's just strong, physical. He defenders doesn't like playing against him. It's just an excellent move for them, really. Um,
He's comfortable in front of goal. He's
comfortable.
comfortable, with like the attacking lineup. He's
Mhm,
played there for so many years that
mhm.
the formation, the system,
He knows in and out. Yeah.
he knows it in and out. He knows the Premier League really well. So it
Yeah.
makes sense for him to stay.
It
You know,
it makes sense. Yeah. Once that 2 years over,
yeah,
I
we'll
don't
see.
see him staying, but I think it's all gonna depend on where Liverpool is. Are they gonna be where United is right now, or are they still gonna be up there competing for the big trophies and stuff? But if I think if their form really dropped, then he's probably gonna leave. But
Hmm.
if they're still sniffing in the Champions League and doing all that stuff, then I think it's gonna be that he's probably gonna sign another 2 years or so.
Yeah, and
Um,
credit to Klopp because he
yeah,
left and the
yeah,
team,
yeah,
continued to do what they're doing. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
built such a strong team that even if
yeah,
him not being there, they're still able to perform at a very high
mhm,
level.
yeah, yeah. It's huge. It's huge. So, congrats to Liverpool fans. I know you guys are happy.
Hmm.
Other EPL teams, I know it's a nightmare, especially when such a prolific, great player resigns like that.
Hmm.
You just thought you're like, oh man, I really wish he would have left. Or I really wish it was my team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, anybody would love to have Salah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why, it was surprising that they were going back and forth.
yeah, yeah.
They
Liverpool is also not known for splashing the money like that. If it was the likes of like City or Chelsea or even United and things like that,
Mhm,
they would have just signed a check. Hey, we want you here for another 2, 3 years, basically like a blank check. What do you
mhm,
want? We got it for you.
mhm.
Because he's gonna go down as a Liverpool legend, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he just so many important goals, so many trophies, just an absolutely just
Mhm.
world class player, really. So yeah,
Alright.
yeah. So that's that for that. What's the next?
Yeah, let's
Next
move
one?
on to the top
Yeah,
4 in the
yeah,
Premier League. It's
yeah.
getting close. It's been
Yeah.
close. It's getting close.
Do you
Um,
do you want to pull it up and see what we're looking at for the?
yeah, let me look at the table. Yeah,
Oh
give me one
man,
second.
it's
So, we've got Liverpool
as
top
of
of the
right now.
league, 76
Yeah,
points.
who's gonna win the league? Obviously, Liverpool won the league already. Let's be
Yep.
honest.
Yeah, we got Arsenal second, 63 points.
Oh
Forest
man.
third, 57. Newcastle
Yep.
fourth, 56 points. And City fifth, 50, 55.
Surprisingly,
Wow.
oh
With
my
like
goodness.
fifth, sixth, and seventh, 55, 54, 54. So
Oh yeah,
the
it's gonna
race, the race for the top four is gonna be tight.
It's perfect right now.
It's gonna be tight.
This is what EPO also wants,
Yeah.
right? It's exciting, even though Liverpool is already won it and they're running with it.
Mm-hmm.
Even I can say Arsenal is safe, but I still can say they're not so safe in the second place. Even though Forest dropped points,
Mm-hmm.
because if Forest would have been everything, they would have been only 3 points behind Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But Newcastle winning today, which they're beating United right now, we talked about already, four to
Yep.
one,
Yeah.
shoots them up to the fourth place,
Yeah.
right? City also won, and Chelsea dropping points
Mm-hmm.
is huge. They should not tie that game.
Yeah, they should not have tied that game. I
Yeah,
mean, you look, Newcastle is on a good and a form.
it's a real
They're
good run.
playing good. They dominated today.
They,
Um,
they won
so
three in a
it's
row now.
yeah, they won three in a row right now. Villa, same thing, won the last
Yeah,
four.
yeah,
So you can see that these teams are trending. For Forest, they got to watch the hills. For City, they got to
yeah.
continue, and Chelsea need to pick up some more points.
Pace, yeah,
Yeah, they need to
definitely.
pick up their pace.
Yeah, definitely.
It's close.
Yeah, it is real close. So we will see how the next fixtures look like. It is gonna go down the wire next month.
Mhm,
Absolutely. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, the City win, they were down 2 early, and they came back and played like
Five,
City of old, so it was like, "Okay, this is what I'm expecting to see," but, it was
five goals.
yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So we will see how that goes. Like I already said, the top four heating up. So Arsenal, they dropped points against Brentford. I think if Arsenal would have been Brentford, that would have really just pushed him to kind of secure this second place. But Arsenal being Arsenal, what can you really expect from them?
Mhm,
Um, and then Forest, like I just talked about, they lost to Everton. Everton has been like hot and cold,
mm,
right? When
Mm-hmm.
they play any of the top four right now, they just give them really, really, really hard time. But when they play anything from like 10 below or 11, 12 below, they just struggle. And
Mm-hmm.
then Chelsea dropped points today again. Ipswich, I can never know how to say that name,
Yeah,
but
how they drop the points to Ipswich?
yeah, they actually lost to them, in the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
and they were actually. I was watching the game. Chelsea was actually losing
Mm.
2-1. Yeah, they were actually losing 2-1, and then Sancho came and rescued them and 2-2. So
Wow.
that is, I know, it's crazy. And then you have we talk about the City. Did you catch a highlight of the Man City one?
Yeah, I got the highlights of that game.
Yeah.
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 Down 2-0 and
Yeah.
then
On 2-0
five
came.
goals.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That's
Kevin
yeah,
Kevin De Bruyne came to play that during the game. It was
yeah.
impressive to watch. Yeah.
Was he the man of the match?
I think he was. I'm looking for my yeah, he's the man of the match.
He was, yeah. So
Goal and assist. Had the
go on assist.
captain's armband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna be a huge miss, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
Liverpool
like
getting
similar
go
going
ahead.
back similar to Sal. You can tell he's getting slower, like a step slower.
Yeah,
But Salah, he's not. He doesn't seem like he's getting a step slower. So I'm talking
really.
about Salah re-signing and De Bruyne leaving, and just like the mindset of the two teams.
The
City
two teams.
is like they're always replenishing, recycling for new talent. And
Yeah,
he's getting a step slower in the Premier League. If you're a step slower and you play
yeah,
in
yeah,
the midfield, yeah,
yeah.
it's not
It's
much you can do.
yeah. And midfield is one of the toughest position. It's so hard on your body. You
Mhm.
go in tackles, you go air, air balls, you
Yeah,
know,
everywhere.
everywhere, everywhere. So it's crazy. It's if you're not taking good care of your health and your diet,
Hmm.
especially in that position, because it's just so hard on your body, you won't last. You won't last
Yeah,
very long.
and your feet have to be quick, not just like your pace when you're running, but
Yeah,
like your feet need to be really quick. And
yeah.
if you put someone that doesn't play in the midfield a lot, it's obvious that
You
their
can
feet aren't quick enough.
yeah,
Or they're not thinking fast enough where you
yeah,
might be able to get away in other
yeah,
positions. So
absolutely. Yeah. That's why it's only for special kind of players, your N'Golo Kantes and
yeah,
and those that just keep running and kind of doing everything.
the
So
whole game you don't have time on the ball. So
on the ball, it's
so
quick.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
very quick.
quick
But like
thinking.
when City were dominating,
Uh-huh.
like in all facets of the game, the
Hmm.
midfield were always attacking. So when you have the attack mindset and you're playing with more possession, you can
Hmm.
attack. But if it's like a close game or a draw or like a draw 0-0 game,
Hmm.
it's back and forth. You're battling, midfield battling, defenders are battling,
Badly.
where your mindset is like, okay, let's not give up a goal versus when you're attacking, you're always pressing, you're trying to
Yeah,
score, you have more possession. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. It's crazy.
Hmm.
And then looking at Liverpool West Ham, Van Dijk to the rescue at the 89th minute. It was a
Wow.
tie. Yeah, it was a tie game. Um, Actually, Luis Diaz scored like around the 18-minute mark, and
Hmm.
then Robertson 86th minute and the own goal.
Oh man.
And then since Liverpool is at our Anfield, they just keep pumping the crowd up, and then Van Dijk came in and does what he does, and that basically secured the Premiership for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Big game,
at
big
the
win.
yeah at the 89 minute, like the commentators were saying, big player, big occasion, big win. you
Yep.
need you need those kind of players. You need players that clutch, just come in and secure for you. So I think that does it for the EPL.
Hmm.
you Liverpool has it on the wraps for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, for
Wow.
sure.
Big win.
Yeah, yeah, it's a huge win. It's huge, and I don't know. Nobody can catch up, and I think that just does it for me.
Yeah.
So
It seems like Anfield is a tough place to play. I don't know.
yeah,
The crowd is you can feel it on TV. It's like
hmm
very, very intense, very hostile for the away teams.
Yeah, yeah, all the time. I've been to the stadium when I was in England, and it's once you enter it, it is absolutely cinema. It's
Hmm.
it's so huge, and I can't even imagine being a player and playing there. I actually want to see how many. I want to see the capacity, 61,000.
Wow. Yeah. Big
61.
stadium.
Yeah, big stadium. So they have it on the wraps. Mo Salah signed a 2-year deal. Liverpool is in dreamland right now.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Let's
Yep.
and yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking they're going from strength to strength.
Strength to strength. Strength to strength.
Let's move on to the Champions League, which Liverpool
Yes. Oh
unfortunately
my.
is not in the
Yeah,
big trophy.
they're going
Um,
for the quadruple, but that didn't happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've
Go.
got Arsenal versus Madrid and
Yep.
Bayern versus Inter.
Yeah.
I can start
Yeah.
with the Arsenal versus Madrid game.
Yeah. Do
I,
you want
I
me to let me quickly
yeah.
refresh everybody's memory our score prediction?
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go prediction.
Yeah, you have predicted Madrid will be Arsenal 2-1,
Ooh,
and I
yeah.
said, yeah, and I said that um no, no, no,
No,
no,
I
no,
thought I
no, no,
predicted
no,
Arsenal
yeah,
would win.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
That's what I
You
thought.
you predicted Arsenal winning 2-1, and then I predicted Madrid winning 2-1. Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay. Yeah.
then the Inter one, I predicted Bayern to win 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
and then you predicted Bayern to win 2-1.
Mm.
So let's go through the Arsenal game since you're the one that caught almost all the
Yeah,
game.
so I watched the Arsenal game, and the reason why I predicted 2-1 is just because Real Madrid, watching them
Hmm.
in La Liga, they still are looking shaky. They just defensively they look a little lost. Attacking wise, they're not as
Yeah,
dominant as there was last year.
yeah,
So just based on their recent form in La Liga, I was like, I don't have confidence
hmm,
in the team. And the defending champions, there's this extra pressure. Arsenal's, playing really well in the Premier League. They're
yeah,
just riding on a high. So I just felt that they were going to play well. Real Madrid they're not in the. I think Barcelona is pretty much run away with the title there. So
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
big title for them. There's more pressure on them. They're the
Huge,
Madristas. So
huge. Yeah.
Arsenal won 3-0. Declan Rice scored two bangers.
But absolutely.
Two bangers. And there's power in placement, and it was just very controlled performance. They had chances early. You can tell that they were pushing, like we were talking about midfielders, and when you have possession, you're attacking.
Hmm.
Arsenal was on the front foot during this whole game. They were pushing for the goals.
Hmm.
Courtois made some amazing saves in the first
Yeah.
half, and it was like Madrid need to relieve the pressure. They need to get a goal. They need to do something to stop the momentum from Arsenal. And Arsenal just kept pushing. They got the first one, they got the second one, and ultimately got the third one in the 75th minute. But you could see the body language of Real Madrid when they were losing. It was like they were defeated. There
Really?
wasn't a lot of fight in them to come back. And this is
Yeah.
the first leg. There's
Yeah.
still another leg. So you can't every goal counts. So, once I saw the body language, I was like, okay, I don't think they're ready to fight back.
Yeah.
Arsenal's playing at home. They've got the crowd behind them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough for Madrid to come back this game.
Yeah.
We'll see the next game, but I still don't have full confidence in the Madrid squad right now. Seem
You
like
did
they're
say that.
still,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like they're still searching,
Hmm.
and they're not playing with as full of confidence as they should be. So
Hmm.
Arsenal won three
Oh,
zero. Great game.
great game. The free
Must
kick.
have been a great atmosphere. But yeah, the second free kick, it was a really nice play. Like I liked the way they drew it up because um Real Madrid had the wall set up, and then Arsenal had their wall set up.
Hmm.
Well, Arsenal had the wall set up, but they split right when he hit, and
Hmm.
he hit it so well and so hard that no keeper can stop that. So either you have to. So I've been thinking about the free kicks because I remember
Yeah.
Messi came to Miami, it
Yeah.
seemed like he was scoring a free kick every week, every game. And as a goalkeeper, you can't cheat to one side because
No,
you leave the other side
it's
open.
open. Yeah.
You have your wall on one side, so
Yeah.
you might miss the direct flight.
Yeah.
So if you're a spot kicker, a good free kicker, and you place it with power and pace, there's nothing the goalie can do.
Nothing. No.
Like the second one is upper 90. So you have to like get to upper 90 that quickly. It was just like two
It was
bangers. And the
incredible.
second one was it was curving so much that it was hard. I mean, it looked like it was probably going out that
Hmm.
and once it came back in, it was just hard to get there. And then
Yeah.
the third goal, he probably didn't expect the shot to come in quick because it was a driving cross,
Hmm.
and then the attacker took it on the first strike. So it was just like coming this way and then coming the other way. Yeah, it was tough. And then Madrid, I mean, Mbappe missed a chance.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were fighting uphill and they
Yeah.
just never got their
Yeah.
legs underneath them.
If you're Arsenal going into the Bernabeu next week, um, what are you? What approach are you taking? Because Arsenal did 4-3-3, and
Mm-hmm.
then Real Madrid was 4-2-2, which I'm
Four
think,
four two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think Arsenal is gonna go, go ahead. I kind of want to know your thought if
Mm-hmm.
you're Arteta going into the Bernabeu next week, because you
If
know
I'm
that.
if I'm Arsenal,
Uh huh.
I'm attacking. I'm trying to win the game
Oh wow.
because the more you're attacking, if you play in a defensive shell against
Hmm.
Real Madrid with so much
Hmm.
attacking weapons, you're inviting
Hmm.
yourselves to more goal. If you're inviting yourselves to more chances. If you attack, get the first goal, Real
Hmm.
Madrid is defeated. Now they have to
Hmm.
come back with four goals.
Four goals.
But
Yeah.
if they get a goal if Real Madrid gets a goal in the first half,
Hmm.
and then they see a sign of life, and then they're confident, and Arsenal will just be playing defense the rest of the second half.
They will.
So if
Yeah.
I was Arsenal, I'm trying to win the first half, trying to
Mm.
deflate the team. Because if you get a goal early, everyone's shoulders is going to be slumped. Because that's what happened in the first game. They were down too early. They were down 2 goals early in the second half. They looked lost.
Mm.
They looked like they didn't have a fight in the game. So if you do that early in the first half and you attack and then you can defend the second half,
Mhm.
I think that'd be a good way to seal the game off. But
Mhm.
I don't want them to be in a defensive stance from the get go because now you're susceptible to an early goal where they can build momentum. They're at home. Real Madrid's playing at home.
Yeah.
They can it can
Oh
kind
yeah.
of it can kind of steamroll.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
um
And
yeah.
yeah, and if they've done, there has been some incredible comebacks. PSG versus, I think, Bayern. I mean,
Hmm.
not Bayern. Barca. There's been, Liverpool was down 4-0. You know what I mean? There's been so many great comeback, and if any team can do it, it will be Real Madrid.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean have got they've got the firepower to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if I mean if you concede possession and let them have the ball, I mean it's
Can Arsenal defend? Do they have
can you
players
defend
to
for that
defend for
long?
90 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah, can you defend for that long?
I was telling one of uh, my students is that if Arsenal can hold them in the first 30 minutes
Hmm.
without conceding, I think they're gonna go on and win the game. But if they concede like first 10, 15, then we have a different ball game.
Hmm.
But it's still, Madrid's still gonna find it really tough to beat Arsenal, though. To be
Yeah,
honest with
yeah. Just
you. Well,
even if it was 0-0, I still think it'll be tough just
yeah,
because of the form of both teams. But it'll
yeah,
be interesting to see the formation that Real Madrid goes with next game and how they come out and play
yeah,
because they're playing. This is the biggest thing that they're playing for right now. So
yeah, yeah. It's huge. I just, do you think do you think Mbappe is a problem? Because of PSG, look, after he left PSG, look how they performing.
yeah, maybe it was sucking the life out of the team.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, yeah. Like they always say, sometimes when you have big name players, it doesn't always work. We saw it at PSG. We saw who was it, Mbappe, Messi, and then Neymar. It did not
Mhm.
work. You know,
Mhm.
they've had Galactico before with Real Madrid when they had like your Beckhams, your Zidanes, your Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, and all
Mhm.
that stuff. They could not win it.
Mhm.
So I think in the Champions League, it doesn't really matter the big names. It's just all about collectively playing together.
Yeah, I agree. And it compared to last year, if you just look at the way Madrid is playing, I
Hmm.
felt like they were more dangerous last year,
I think so too.
which is surprising because they've added Mbappe. He took a while for him to adjust, but compared to the way they were playing last year, it's not as lethal as they were before.
Yeah, yeah. One advantage Madrid do have going into this fixture is that they have the crowd backing them,
Hmm.
right? And one thing Madrid is also good at is having the ref on your side. If they can wind Arsenal up, get somebody gets a second yellow, now there's a
Hmm.
red, now you're playing a man down. Arsenal just have to really play smart. They have to keep their composure.
Hmm.
They have to keep their shape. They have to win the midfield battle. They
Hmm.
really, really, really have to with the midfield battle because Luka Modric is deadly at home. He can find Mbappe. He can find Vinicius. He can find those small tight spaces. He can get out of tight spaces.
Hmm.
So if they're able to really maintain their shape and really lock him 0-0 in the first half and frustrate them as much as they can, I think they'll be able to go through and win this fixture.
Yeah, yeah. Because if they get going, you look at the names you just rolled off: Vinicius, Modric, Bellingham.
Hmm.
You have a lot of people that can score and score
Yeah,
quickly.
Mbappe. Yeah, quickly. Yeah,
Mbappe, yeah, they can score quickly. So
yeah. You
you don't
switch
want
off.
that. You
Arsenal
switch
cannot
off.
switch off. You switch off, it's done.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can. They can.
yeah,
It's done. So our predictions were you pick Arsenal to win, and I thought you're crazy, but yeah,
yeah.
I, I
Yeah.
give you props for that. I just couldn't see it, but
Hmm.
at the Emirates, Arsenal actually have a really good record at the Emirates, so I think it makes sense.
Hmm.
But then again, Madrid also have a really good result going
Yeah.
in as well.
You want to do predictions for the next game?
After I go
All
over
right,
the
you go
Bayern,
over
yeah.
Bayern
After
Inter.
I go
Okay.
Bayern Inter, Bayern set up with 4-2-3-1 with Kane being the sole striker,
Hmm.
and then Inter had 3-5-2. I don't know if you know Lautaro Martinez, but
Hmm.
wow, what a
Great goal
baller!
scorer.
His finish that he did so far in the Champions League, I haven't seen a better goal outside of the foot. It was absolutely beauty. Right in
Wow,
the beginning, right out bad, Olise, you were right, man. This guy is a baller.
it's good. Yeah. I remember
Good
watching him
player.
at Crystal Palace. I was like, he's not gonna be in the Premier. He's not gonna be in
Yeah.
Crystal Palace next year because he
Oh
was he was too good for that team.
my
He's
goodness.
a star. Like when I saw Grealish at Villa, I was like, this someone's gonna pick him up because they're just too good for the team that they're on. So
So
yeah,
far, so far he has 8 goals and 10 assists
he's balling.
in
He's
29.
a baller. Yeah, at
I
least
didn't,
he's a baller.
yeah. Do you know that he's also French? Like he's later on the French national team.
Hmm.
But I didn't. Did he play during the World Cup fight? Like how are
No,
French?
he's super. He's really young. He's a really young player.
Okay.
So he might have been on the squad, but French is loaded, so maybe he didn't get any game time.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Um,
Yeah. This next World Cup he's gonna
because
go
he
off.
he played it. I think he played in the Olympics because he was on.
Oh, okay, okay,
Because
okay. I see.
yeah,
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
yeah,
My goodness.
he's
Yeah, so
23.
he's
Yeah, he's
23. Yeah.
mhm,
So yeah, so Inter was playing Inter like how I predicted was playing very defensively, soaking up the pressure. Bayern is at home, putting a lot of pressure.
mhm,
Olise was just causing all type of problem for Inter, and they just did not know what to do with this game.
mhm,
And how we both like players who are direct. Olise was one of them. He goes right in the box.
yeah.
if you're gonna foul him, it's gonna be up to you. He was just going at it every causing all type of problem. And then around the 24-minute mark, Hurricane gets a glorious opportunity
Mm,
where 9 out of 10, Hurricane does not miss those. And then he missed it. As soon as he missed it, I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna bite them in the back. And
mhm.
it did. It did. The commentator was talking about Alfonso Davies' new injury still, which was kind of so bothering it. And then Op-
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
yeah, and then
So
Opokaman, I can never say that guy's name
Upa
right.
Meccano.
Yeah. He was also not playing, but that was so not an excuse. That
Yeah.
Kane miss was it. It was just so I was in
Musiala's
disbelief.
hurt too.
Oh yeah. He was hurt too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's actually Bayern's first defeat in like 23 European games.
Really?
Yeah, at home, at home.
At home. Okay. Okay.
So that is why they were saying there is no way
Yeah.
Bayern gonna if you're gambling in Vegas, it was just everything was just in your favor. And
Mhm.
then all of a sudden, Bayern went to man coverage. I'm like, what are they doing? There's just something that they just never do.
Mhm.
And it was just after the game got tied, but Bayern kind of panicked a little bit, and then Inter start penetrating. Bayern push all their wingers up, and then
Mhm.
also their fullback, because they just love attacking, and then boom, that's when they caught him,
Mhm.
got their chance, and then they scored. As soon as the Inter scored, I was like, "Yep, that's game over."
It was
It's
on a counter.
huh?
Was it on a counter?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was kind of like on a counter, yeah. And then as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
It's game over, current close. Because Italian team, one thing they do best is once they're up a goal, that's it. No
Yeah.
matter what, you just can't do. You can't just can't do anything. And you know what? The funny thing is, the
Mm.
finals is gonna be in the Allianz Arena in Munich.
Wow.
So Bayern doing everything to get there, just like how when they play Chelsea, I forgot what year it was when Chelsea won the Champions League for the first time. It was in
Mhm.
their own stadium, their own backyard. So
Mm.
Bayern is doing everything. So now Bayern has to go over to Inter Milan with 1-2,
Yeah, that'll be. This would be a good game. This one will be really close. This would be a
very
really
close.
really tough battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Interesting.
don't, I don't think Inter is gonna take it easy, but at the same time, it's just gonna be so tough. I I could see it being a tie, and then going on penalty kicks. But
Mm.
the way that it's looking, I don't know. Bayern just need they just need go gun blazing right in the
Yeah,
first.
they need to attack. Similar, like if Kane had would have scored that goal,
Oh man,
the tune of the game would have changed because
completely changed.
yeah,
Yeah,
you got to finish those chances. But does he always play as a lone striker? I think he always plays as a lone striker.
yeah,
So
yeah,
those chances, he's not going to have a lot of chances with that
yeah.
formation,
With that formation, yeah.
especially without Musiala and Davies.
Hmm.
Like because you know Musiala is always attacking. Davies
Hmm.
comes out, he
Yep,
attacks on the wings.
yep,
So if you don't have that, it's really on the striker to get the chances or the wings to bring it in. And you
yeah.
mentioned how Elise was just attacking. So
Oh man,
the
it's
goals
such
need to
a good
come from different angles.
yeah. So yeah. So as soon as that happened, I just know. And going to play at Inter Milan is not an easy task.
Hmm.
Not a lot of team win over there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be one of those things that they just need to kill the game off. Right.
Martinez scores. He scores a lot of big goals in big games.
He does.
I've seen it several times. So
Yeah.
credit to him for stepping up in those big games.
Yeah. And then
Oh yeah, and
other Champions League
I think
games.
Inter is far away. Locked up Serie A as well.
Oh yeah, they are, huh?
Yeah, let me just look at the
Yeah.
table. Yeah,
Why
they're on top.
why While you're looking at that, too, Barca destroyed.
Hmm.
My goodness, they destroy
Dortmund.
Dortmund. What was the score? I think 3-0 or 4-0.
4-0. 4
Okay.
0.
Okay, so that one is done.
There's not even there's not even a chance. Yeah, there's not really a
Yeah,
chance
there's
for
there's
Dortmund
not there's not a remote chance.
to
Uh
lose 4-0 in that kind of fashion.
yeah, it's totally
Barce- Barcelona's flying right now.
they are
I've been
playing
flying the whole
incredibly well.
season, really.
Yeah, and then PSG beat Villa 3-1.
Yeah. This was a good game, but like we've talked about, PSG with once Mbappe's left, I feel
Yeah,
like they're more of a team. They're playing
yeah,
together. They have I know they picked up the winger from I don't know how to say his name, Kvaratskhelia. He
yeah,
was really good in Syria. He was very attacking. He's just he's a really good player. So that
yep,
was a big pickup. They got Vitinha. Vitinha is probably the best player on the team, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. He
If you watch the whole game and see what he does,
hmm
guys, he's just
he's
he's a warrior. He's all over the field. He
he
makes
worked
key
hard.
passes. He works really hard.
He works really hard. Yeah,
So PSG, I feel
yeah,
they'll be able to take care of Villa in the next game.
yeah. They will. So let's do some predictions for next week. Um, so the first on Tuesday we have Villa and PSG.
Mm-hmm.
Villa is playing home. Who you got?
Yeah, PSG.
Yeah.
I mean,
What? Is,
go if I'm gonna go with a goal, let's say it's probably gonna be a little bit closer.
uh-huh.
Uh, I'll go 2-0 PSG.
2-0 PSG.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think Villa will score at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go 2-1 PSG.
Mm. Yeah, Rashford is playing better. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He looks good. He looks like
He
the
looks
Rashford of
happy.
old.
He just looks
Yeah,
free. He just looks free playing. I love when players leave clubs and you can see them enjoying the game again. And that's kind of what is going on with Rashford
Rashford.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah, when he was at United, it was like just a dark cloud. He was a topic of conversation every week. It was
mhm,
just it didn't seem like it seemed like he needed a fresh escape. So I'm glad he
yeah,
did. Glad he got out of there.
yeah, for sure.
Uh,
So Dortmund, Barca.
okay, okay, I'll go 3-1. I think Dortmund will score
Mm-hmm.
one, but the attacking power of Barca is will be hard to stop. So I'll
Yeah,
go Barca 3-1.
I'm gonna go 3-2 Barca. I think Dortmund having the home advantage and the Great Wall, the
Mm-hmm.
Great Yellow Wall, they're gonna score and compete. But
Mm-hmm.
I think Barca would just be too much for them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fun to watch Barca play because Rafinha's been playing good. Lamine Yamal is playing really good.
yeah.
Lewandowski's
That's
banging in goals.
banging in goals. Yeah,
That team, I mean, 2 years ago they were down in the dumps, and
yeah.
now they've got really good. They're playing really well.
And then the next one is Inter Bayern. Oh man, that's a Wednesday. Those are the Wednesday
Wednesday
games.
games. Ah, man, this is gonna be a close one. Yeah. Let me.
um,
You go first.
I think. Jeez, it's a tough one. I think it's gonna be a repetition of the score 2-1,
Hmm.
and then we're gonna go to PKs, and I think Bayern goes through on PKs.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. No, I think it'll be a close game, but I think Inter will win
hmm
in regulation. In full time, I'll go. Um, hmm, I'll
It's
go
a
one
tricky
zero.
one.
I'll go
One
1-0
zero.
Inter. Yeah,
Wow,
1-0
one
Inter.
zero Inter. Okay.
Yeah, because I know they're playing good. They've been playing good all
Yeah,
all
yeah.
all all season. So, and the main reason why I say that is because Bayern's lost some of their attacking weapons. That's why.
hmm
They're gonna need to score goals and they don't have the weapons that they usually have. So
hmm And
Um,
then the big one, the blockbuster.
yeah.
I think Madrid will win 2-0.
I think Madrid will win. Okay, I'll go 2-1. I'll go two
Uh-huh.
one because I think Arsenal will get a goal, but I
What
think
score?
Madrid
Yeah.
will win. But I don't think it'll be enough for them to advance.
To advance.
Yeah, they
Dang.
well
At
they
Madrid, at Madrid,
3-0. I mean, it's gonna be hard to come back from 3-0.
at Madrid home too.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's gonna be. It's gonna be hard to come to 3-0 for normal teams. For
Mhm.
Madrid, they're playing at home,
Mhm.
and Madrid has done a lot of miracles at home.
Mhm.
They are the holders 16 times or 15 times or whatever. They've
Mhm.
done a lot of miracles. Champions League, there's been so many miracles in the Champions League. And if anybody can do it, it can be Madrid.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of egos on the team. There's a lot of there's gonna be a lot of tension. It's a lot of pressure on them at the Bernabeu. So I think that's where that's gonna kind of boil down to.
Yeah. You can you know the body language. It'll be interesting to see the body language if they're working together and they're like helping each other.
Mhm,
Okay, now I'm positive. But if everyone's not talking to each other, everyone's quiet, everyone's looking off,
mhm,
now they'll be trying to play more individualistic where they need to play together as a team.
mhm.
That's when that's when they shine, that's when they do the most. So I
Yeah,
think it's a little easier to do that at home,
yeah,
rally together and play close together versus
yeah,
away.
yeah.
But they need to figure out some answers because
They
they got
do.
they got it was a heavy defeat last week.
It was, yeah, it was very, very unexpected. But expect fireworks in the first 15 minutes.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Arsenal need to be hold their ground and really be able to hold their ground and not concede in the first 10, 15 minutes.
Hmm.
Because I think Madrid is gonna leave their back exposed because they're gonna push everything forward.
Hmm.
And if Saka is healthy and he's able to catch him on a counter, he's gonna be a big problem for them.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, and Saka's back.
he's back,
Saka's back, and he's
playing well,
playing well. So
playing
you
very
have
well.
another great option
Yeah,
on the attacking front.
yeah. So I think it's a huge risk for Madrid because they need goals.
Hmm.
So they're gonna really push players up. But
Hmm.
then what is the risk in that? You leave in the back exposed.
And what's been their weakness this season? Their
That's
defense.
their
So
defense. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's yeah.
Rudiger can is a great player, but sometimes he make dumb decision and
You even if you watch some of the goals that they gave up, the
yeah,
defenders are looking at each other
yeah.
like
Like what the heck happened?
that means communication isn't there. They're just not as tight or as close as they need to be because
Hmm.
someone's missing their man, someone's not picking up somebody,
Picking it up. Yeah,
something's going on back there where
yeah,
they need to be more together.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited to see how that goes. From the Chelsea fan in me, it's gonna sound silly, but what we always brag about, and even when I went into like the Chelsea games and stuff like that in England, when they play every time they play Arsenal, they
Mhm.
always say Champions League, you will never have one. Like that's always the banter that they always say to Arsenal. So they
Yeah.
in me, like I do not want Arsenal to win it all or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a tall task. It'd be nice to see them go in the semis and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
I think they're the only English side left, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Well, Villa's still there, but not for very long. Um, so okay, let's project out.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal will win
Yeah. Okay.
PSG. So Arsenal versus PSG would be the second match,
Okay.
and then okay, it could be Barcelona versus Bayern or Inter. Arsenal PSG will be a really good matchup because
Hmm.
it could be either. They're very close.
Hmm.
And then Barcelona versus Inter or Bayern, I would still pick Barcelona in that matchup.
Mm,
Either teams. So yeah, it'll be
okay.
interested to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what makes the Champions League so exciting because once it
Hmm.
gets to the final eight, you can't really predict.
It's hard to predict. Yeah.
Who who do you think is a dark horse right now between PSG and Inter?
I would say Inter.
We say Inter?
I would
Yeah.
say Inter. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say. I think Inter will. Yeah, I would say. I think Inter will make it to the
Yeah.
next round. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If Bayern somehow push it through, Barcelona does not like playing Bayern at all.
Hmm.
So I think Barcelona would rather take Inter than Bayern.
Yeah.
But like you said, I Inter might go through. Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta take one game at a time.
one game at a time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, so we'll come back next week and see what our prediction and how we did on that one,
Hmm.
and see how that goes. So we we will definitely will revisit all that stuff. Maybe Rashford might pop off against PSG and
You never know. Yeah.
he'll come back because I know he's your guy and he's been playing really well.
Yeah. I what do you think happened at United? Just
I
didn't go ahead.
I think after was Fergie still was he there? Was he playing when Fergie was there? Yeah, he was.
Was he?
I want to say so. Oh, wasn't he? Even if he was, he probably wasn't playing much. Maybe getting to the end. But I think what went wrong is after the World Cup. I forgot which World Cup it was. Oh no, not the World Cup. It was a Euro Cup. Remember when Saka missed the PK and it was this whole like
Yeah,
this
that's bad.
whole yeah, all that stuff, and then all of a sudden he just started dipping in form, and there was just a lot of pressure on him because he wasn't scoring and his body language wasn't there, and then they just had
Hmm.
a whole bunch of coach switches, right?
Hmm.
You remember Van Hall? They have Van Hall, and then this guy I can see his face, but I can't remember the other coach that came after that, and then Moreno, and then this person and that coach and that coach, and I think when that happens like that, it confuses a lot of the players, and they don't perform as they used to anymore.
Yeah, there's too many changes.
Too many changes really
Too
hurt.
many changes. It's the same thing that happens. It's that like Juventus, AC Milan. They've gone through so many coaches. Is that the players are like, all right, let's figure out this new
Let's
coach.
figure that.
It's always changing.
That's that's been the Chelsea struggle for
Yeah.
the longest time since Mourinho left.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
so
So we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see. I want to switch over to some music.
yeah, a big one. Um, the boogeyman dropped.
Did he?
This guy, at this point right now, I think he's just trolling Drake right now.
Mm.
There's no,
They were ready to drop that video.
huh? You
They
think?
were ready to drop the video. Like the video,
Uh-huh.
go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Do, okay, so my point was that this album was dropped in November. He didn't release anything, no video, blah blah blah. Waited until Aubrey dropped his little jingly. Who called my phone? A week later, you cannot tell me it was not planned. There's no way an album dropped 4 months ago and you just Luther has been number one for the longest time. I mean, you just telling me a week later, really, you just
Mhm,
dropped this video?
mhm. He's ready. This guy,
Huh?
he's got a master plan.
Because people are always complaining, oh, Kenny never goes outside. He's back in his bunk bed, blah blah. And now that he's out on people's faces, people are complaining. So
Mhm,
what do people really want now? You know?
mhm.
And his
Yeah,
black, yeah.
go
Anyway,
ahead. It's black and white.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
watched the
mean,
video?
no, no, I haven't. I haven't.
I'm
I haven't yet.
I'm
I
just
haven't
joking.
yet.
I'm just joking.
But I watched. The first screen of it. It looks like it's in black and white. But I guess we'll see as we react to it. Um. So you want to pull it up so we can quickly react to it?
Yeah, let me pull it up. I'm just
Yeah.
on the YouTube, and just let me know
Yeah.
when you're ready.
Yeah. Yeah. I am now. Yeah. I just don't know if it's gonna. On the stream, yeah, I think it says stream too. I think you'll be able to stream to the video. I don't know.
Oh, you want to put the video up? Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think there's a way I can do that.
Yeah, but I just don't know about copyright though.
And
So
maybe it'll play. Maybe the audio won't play.
let's not risk it. Just play it on your end and out, and we figure that part of it later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just so that we don't get a strike on there. Yeah,
All right. Let me
I
know
have
when
a
you're ready.
queue. Yeah, I have a queue. Yeah,
All right.
at 1 second. Yeah,
All right. All right. Three,
yeah.
2, 1, go. Got some color.
Yeah, it's really close up on that one.
Always looking sad.
Yeah, it's gonna be a new meme. Wow, it's look really sad in that.
Yeah. Mm.
Wow.
Five, five,
Yeah.
five, five. Nice bedroom.
Fafa. I know.
Hmm.
Oh, GNX Deluxe maybe with that car in the back, the red.
Jesus. This is it?
Yeah,
Golly.
she came out swinging. She came out of nowhere on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some black and white and color shots.
Yeah. I like the cut back in.
Yeah, all these close-ups.
Mm-hmm. Her scenes are in color. His are black and white.
And black and white. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah,
well, I just noticed that. But
yeah.
she's got some black and white
So she
too.
got black and white too. Yeah, yeah. Give me some back chorus.
Mm-hmm. Let's see you, Kenny.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a big building that they went and shot this in. See, these wide angles.
Yeah. This is cool. I like how it kind of goes in and out.
Yeah.
It's like
I
they're playing
wonder.
the sample.
Yeah. I wonder who the model is. I
Yeah.
haven't, I haven't seen her much in videos. Why is Kenny always wearing these beanie? These,
I know.
like, why this beanie?
Man, this is an interesting video.
Yeah.
GNX.
Mm-hmm. It's clean GNX. It's a lot of.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah. That black.
This bedroom looks amazing.
Yeah.
Looks like she's in a hospital or
I
something.
know.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I was just gonna say. Oh, like a
Yeah.
psychiatric place or something. Yeah. SZA smoking? That's a first.
Mhm. These
Okay.
close-ups.
Yeah,
How do
this
you
camera is
how do
gonna
you keep a straight face?
killing me with these close-ups, son. Like
It's like
what?
they're at a fast food restaurant
Fast
there.
fashion restaurant, yeah. God, these glasses. Why does he always wear these nerdy glasses?
He's been rocking the fitted a lot lately too.
Yeah, like the denim jeans one. Yeah,
The fitted hat.
yeah, the backwards. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. These there's a lot of like artistic shots, like
Mm-hmm.
the building and our architect. That restaurant reminds me of one of Childish Gambino's videos.
You got the fitted again, or the scully, the
Yeah,
beanie.
beanie. Yeah. Oh, that's
Nice. That's a nice sample.
yeah. Oh, that's Luther Vandross actually singing.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's a straight up sample from it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the
Oh, Karina Evans. That's the
yeah
guy who she.
who did
That's the lady who
Drake.
directed a bunch of Drake videos. Yeah.
Yeah, Nice for What and Gospelin, I
Look
think.
at him.
Yeah,
Hey, Kendrick is a
yeah.
mastermind.
This is gonna go on for a while.
Diabolical.
This is gonna go on for a while. These
Yeah.
guys, these guys. I'm afraid these guys are gonna be associated with each other no matter what they do now. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't. Yeah, it's just not gonna stop there. Um,
Man.
yeah, the video is cool.
Yeah.
It's what I expected. It's not nothing deep dive, nothing
Mhm.
like intricate or anything like that. Um,
Yeah, I'm just kinda going through the YouTube comments, and
yeah.
a lot of the things they're saying is the ending where Luther's and Cheryl's version plays
Mhm,
beautiful. Using
mhm,
the sample throughout the song and, like, highlighting the sample was a good way to pay homage to the
mhm,
original song. Yeah, it's
mhm.
very very creative, you know how
Yeah,
Kendrick does.
yeah. It's a black soulful. I feel like it's something that our parents were probably listening to back then, like the
Mhm.
with the vendor, like that, like black soul,
He sounds good.
soul
His
music.
voice is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Really
No,
good.
it did. Yeah, but why drop now? Like why? No, no.
Universal is making money no matter what. That's the crazy thing.
Nokia was catching steam to become number one,
Yeah.
and then as soon as this dropped, Luther just stays at number one.
Damn.
Nokia didn't even catch. So it's going to eighth week now that Luther is number one
Wow.
on Billboard 100.
Yeah, it's I mean, he's yeah, he's the man right now. And but if you look at if you look at both songs,
Hmm.
Luther is a deep, you're thinking it's like a deeper song.
Yeah.
You're listening to the lyrics, the visuals kind of follow the lyrics,
Hmm.
and it's more like an introspective song.
Yeah,
Whereas
it is.
Nokia is like for the girls to
Jingly.
go out,
Yeah. Yeah.
pop song, because
Yeah.
it's like embodies how they are as
The
artists.
both
So
of them are. Yeah. That's a
it's a
very good
good
point that you just said.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good
One of
reflection
them
of how
is
they are.
still which is fine. One of them is still in the side the fun, blah blah, all that good stuff. And then the other one is even though he has matured through Miss Mara and all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
And then the Drake one is so let's still have fun, let's still have
It's for
party,
the
let's still have fun.
ladies.
Simple, cinematic, straight to the point. I wasn't expecting anything.
I didn't even think he was gonna drop a video. I'm surprised that the video came out.
Really, I'm not surprised at all because
I thi I sh
the song has
Yeah,
been doing so well that it only makes sense to
yeah, that's
tip her
true.
foot up on the neck and not let Nokia becomes number one on Billboard.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it only makes
No, it
sense.
makes sense, but since the song was released such a long time ago, maybe that's why I was like, okay. I would have expected it to come out a little bit
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but it's good video. Kendrick did as usual. They're
Always
probably gearing up for the tour. There's a
April
lot going on
19th.
there.
Minnesota.
April 19th. Yeah, it's about
Minnesota
to
first
start.
the first stop.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So since we always talk about Drake and Kendrick always in the same shadow of each other,
Hmm.
you saw that Drake broke the record. Um, he surpasses the Beatles to become the artist with the most cumulative weeks on Billboard 200.
Wow.
Um, yeah, 3,346 weeks on chart,
It's,
and he has the most 100 charting songs with
yeah, I mean,
358.
this is what he does. He's a hit maker. He makes a lot of hits, so it's a
Yeah,
volume. It's like a volume thing for him.
yeah. I wonder
Um,
how many of those are actually like rap songs.
Probably not many.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard for a rap song to chart that much because you're not the audience you're reaching becomes a little smaller.
yeah. They're not.
Um,
Yeah, they're not playing it at Forever 21 or Target or
right,
when you go in there. Yeah.
right.
So it's an incredible feat though, because being able to do that is crazy. Because how do you know if it's gonna hit? Like how do you know? You know what I mean? Like how
No,
did
he
he?
knows. He has a formula. He knows how to make a hit. Kendrick
Yeah,
does too, but
yeah.
Kendrick makes music kind of for him and
For
what he
him,
likes
yeah,
to make,
yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily for
For
the
the chart,
audience, for
yeah,
the charts. But Drake knows how to make a hit.
yeah.
He's done it for so long that he knows the sound of a hit. He knows what will ring off in different places.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Yeah, so he surpasses the Beatles for that, and he's number one. I can't see any rapper
Yeah,
even coming close to
that's
that record
that's a
because
long, gotta be a
yeah,
tough record to break.
yeah, yeah, it is.
He's
Yeah, I think a lot of them are pop song though,
yeah,
to be fair. So it makes sense. There's also a bunch of leaks. I don't know if you heard any of them.
I heard it. Sounds good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
rapping.
yeah. He's
It
rapping.
sounds it sounds good. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I heard him, and as soon as they struck it down, I was like, okay,
Okay.
these are official leaks. These will be coming out eventually because
Yeah,
you know
yeah. Do you
that's why they took it. Go ahead.
do you think they're leaks or he actually testing the waters? Because I don't know what
I
to
don't know.
believe with these. Because for him, he doesn't need to test the waters. He already built
That's
an
why I'm
audience.
surprised. I'm like, I wouldn't think he would need to test the waters
Hmm.
because Nokia's doing well.
Yeah.
He dropped an album, people are receiving it well.
Well, yeah,
So I don't think he needs to test the waters. I think
yeah.
and maybe he has a leak in his camp, like Kendrick said.
He suddenly started. Yeah, because they were good. Their song were it's like a Drake
Hmm.
formula song,
Hmm.
like a really like upbeat kind of like the give me a hug type beat, that kind of
Hmm.
like nonstop beat. So yeah, if I was him, I would just release them and just. But if it is a league, then whoever is doing that needs to stop because that's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you're right. Maybe there's an album coming.
yeah, he has to be because so he's trying to see. Okay, if I leak this, they kind of like it. They kind of didn't like it, but
Hmm.
because as much as we think these guys are busy, they're on the internet and reading and watching stuff. They see everything.
They see it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if you know who DJ Head is. He's kind of
Hmm.
on at Kendrick camp. He's like Kendrick reads and see everything. He's on Twitter. Like they know everything. They know what's going on. So they know what people are reacting to. They know what people are saying if it's good or not. Right?
Hmm.
They know all that stuff. So
It's funny to hear, Kendrick looking at tweets or it's that's as I
I
don't
know.
picture it in my head, but
I know.
as a rapper, as an
You,
entertainer,
you
you
got to be
probably
in
need to
tune.
be aware. You got to be in tune with what everyone's
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
So when Kendrick was dropping the songs, he's like, okay, this guy's one, he's watching Axe streams because
Yeah.
you can just you can tell it's like, wow, it's interesting. I didn't think Kendrick would be
You don't
listening to
know
this,
who,
but
yeah,
he
exactly.
was in tune with he was very in tune with
In
what
tune
was
with
going on.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't get fooled when they again I went to his Twitter and then he just dropped the Luther YouTube link and then that's it. He goes
This
back
guy's
in the bunker.
masterclass. The masterclass.
Dude, his run or tweet needs to be steady because
This needs to be studied.
this
Yeah.
guy, yeah. So we will see after the. I don't think he's gonna release anything until after the tour and all that GNS died down. So the first stop is in Minneapolis in next
Hmm.
week.
Wow.
Yep.
So there, it must
Yeah.
be. Yeah, yeah. They must have been rehearsing,
Rehearsing and
practicing,
doing
and
and all that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
showtime.
Yeah. So we see how that goes. So on the topic of those two and Bacana Nice, I don't know if you know if you saw the clip of him.
I didn't see the clip, but I think I
Yeah.
heard about it, but I didn't
Yeah.
see the official clip.
Yeah.
Uh, what happened?
So he basically revealed that he was gonna respond to Kendrick during the whole fiasco with the beef going on. But Drake told him to like just ignore the noise. Um,
Like, what do you mean respond? Like in a diss song?
and yeah, in a diss song, he was actually gonna release a song to Kendrick after Kendrick dropped
This
"Not
is a
Like Us."
one-on-one. This is a one-on-one. There's no. This is a one-on-one faith. It doesn't need to be anyone else.
I know. So he said he got a message from Drake and he said, don't worry about it. Just ignore the noise. And then
Yeah.
during that same interview, Baka Not Naya Baka said that all those allegations that Kendrick said about him was just ridiculous accusations. But bro, if you go on the internet and you put it in search,
Hmm.
everything that he was saying, he was charging all that stuff. Like everything is just there, plain sight. It was there.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It's
So
not.
it's probably a good idea he didn't respond,
And he
but
didn't.
bro,
And Kendrick didn't say anything crazy. All he said was that he got a weird
like a
case.
weird
Why is he
case.
around?
Yeah, why
He
is
could.
he? He could have really went in depth,
He
but he
could have
said,
went
yeah,
in depth.
he said Baka got a weird case. Why he still around?
Yeah.
Right. So
And yeah, all the bars Kendrick threw at Drake's affiliates, they weren't
mhm.
anything crazy. It was
It
like a
wasn't.
friendly.
Yeah,
The main steam was to Drake.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was just so deadly in the beef. Straight from Euphoria to Not Like Life, it's just direct to Drake, just direct.
Hmm.
And then Drake went with the 20v1 narrative and blah 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 and all that stuff. But Kendrick just like direct.
Hmm.
But his affiliates were catching bars, party playing with his nose now. Baka got a real case.
And those are you can Google it.
Yeah,
It's
you can.
true.
That is true. Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
deny
So
it.
yeah, but I'm glad that he didn't answer because he would have been body bag. I don't think he
Yeah.
would even pay much attention to him. He probably will catch another stray here and there, um, but other than that, yeah, that's most of it. There wasn't any really big new music out this
Hmm.
week. There's a guy called Ken Carson that people swear by that was really good. I started listening to it. I didn't really get much into it, but I might need to revisit it again. And then Quavo and Lil Baby.
I heard that song. That song was fire.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
yeah. It
I
wasn't
like
too
that
bad.
song. Yeah.
And Roddy Rich pushed his album back to
Mm.
August, but I don't know why he's announcing it now. I always find it weird when artists do that
Hmm.
when they announce the album so like so much big in advance. But I guess if you kind of falling off, you kind of need to do that, right?
Yeah, it was probably the record label, trying to market the album, giving people enough time.
Hmm.
But it seems like things back in the day would always get pushed back.
Yeah,
To me,
yeah,
it's like if you pick it, the music should be done. You pick a date, why are you pushing it back?
yeah.
What's causing the pushback?
Yeah. Like, and yeah, and I never really understood that. Maybe it's a lot of it too is clearance issues too.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of clearance issue, they need to kind of take care of the clearance and all that stuff too. So I think, yeah, I think it's yeah. But if you're
Um,
part of like the big superstar, like Jay-Z can drop an album today or
mm-hmm.
tomorrow, and it'll
Mm-hmm.
just go millions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Going back to Kendrick watching,
yeah.
even the line he throws at Ack, I can see the vibes on Ack. Even he
Even if he
looking
just
compromised.
is in a
Let's spill the
compromise,
layers.
it's
That
back.
means he is watching
He's watching.
Extreme.
He
Because
is.
yeah,
Because there's no.
yeah, because during at one point he like
Yeah,
compromised.
he
You know,
did.
he did. He was
He
like,
did.
okay,
Because
I can,
there's no way. There's no way he does not. If even if he's not watching everything or hear everything, he they report to him, like
hmm
okay, or they show him clips of little things in here. Because a lot of the
hmm
stuff that he was saying on the beef, you know, is what is going on. He's saying that, oh, I know that you losing steam, you spiraling, you doing this and that
hmm
and that, and you have to be able to follow and see all those things to see what is going on,
hmm
right? So
Yeah, yeah, you got to see what the narrative on the culture
yeah,
is, and
yeah,
then
what's going on?
Twitter is a great resource because
Yeah, for
people
them,
just let their thoughts fly and like what's happening. You can get a
what's
really good
happening and
gauge
stuff.
of
Exactly.
what's how people
Yeah,
are feeling.
yeah. And then to end it off with that, with Cleats and Beats, I saw Dreamville ended their concert, and I think they said
hmm
they're gonna come back again. I think J. Cole is slowly winning the public back.
hmm
Because when I saw how many people were there, I was amazed. I was like, my
That's
goodness.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just yeah. So I think he's done a really good job of rebuilding his image back. I thought the album was the Fall Off was gonna drop. He's gonna drop it out that Dreamville, but I think he's still waiting. I'm still predicting it to drop in the summer. If not, maybe in the fall. Maybe in the fall it might drop, but I'm still gonna
That
predict it
would
this
make
summer.
sense to fall off. But
Yeah.
it seems like it's been done.
Hmm.
I don't because the way well, like the way he had been talking about it
Uh-huh.
is he's been referencing it for a long time. So you would think most of it has been recorded,
Yeah.
but maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. 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 Maybe he's always adding to it, like it's done, but he's constantly adding to it and whatnot.
hmm
Right. Because maybe that could also be the case. So we will see how the summer unfolds as it goes
Yeah.
on. But yeah, but overall I think he's built on his reputation really well. And I think his core fans is always gonna ride for him as they should.
hmm
So I think that's great.
Yeah, summer's the time to if you're gonna drop, people are gonna be going out,
Hmm.
activities are gonna be happening. So summer
Hmm.
is the time to it's
Hmm.
always who's gonna win the summer or what's gonna be the
That's
biggest record. That's a
yep.
battle.
It's
It's
a
something
battle,
that's
yeah,
definitely in the music industry. Who's
in
gonna win the
industry.
summer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
And then Kendrick might be, Kendrick might be dropping.
In the Luther video, you know how there was that car with the red thing on
Yeah,
top of it? I could
yeah,
see it
where you can
being,
see it.
yeah. Could that be like a deluxe version? But while listening
Because
to
he's gotta
uh-huh,
he's gotta have a lot of records because GNX was him having fun,
bangers.
just dropping bangers, and
Oh my
his
god.
albums are always a conceptually sound
Yeah.
body of work. So
Yeah. I know
he's got something.
I know that we started this podcast before it dropped, but do you have any favorites on GNX? Or do you still revisit it? Do you still go back to it?
Yeah, I mean, I hear it everywhere. I'm trying
Yeah.
to. I mean, I don't want to say the obvious because
Yeah.
TV off is the big one of the
Oh
bigger
man.
hits. But I like my overall takeaway was like I liked pretty much all of it.
It's different.
Yeah, there was something for everyone in the whole project. There was a
Yeah.
lot of songs I went back to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wacom Muro, he started off right away. Peekaboo And Hey Now
Hey
in the
now, hey now,
speakers in the
hey now.
car. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Squabble,
Gloria's, yeah. There's some good songs on this
and
album.
squabble up, right? You guys squabble up. Luther is number one. Hot,
Man at the Garden, very beautiful song. Beautiful
dude.
song.
In the morning when I'm driving to work, that's my affirmation song. I
Yeah.
deserve it all. Like yeah. So 12 short song, concise. You know, people say he hasn't done a West Coast album. He gave it to you. He gave us some bangers.
Mm-hmm.
He right now he's on pace, top five. Like his
Mm.
catalog is looking scary.
And Skylark is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's every time it drops, it's something different.
It's something
Every,
different.
everyone's like, everyone runs to listen to it, which
Yeah,
tells you something.
from Good Kid, Mad City to now, every album has not been the same.
Hmm.
Super different. That's kind of how Kanye has been also
Hmm.
throughout his albums, and I think that's been really great. So yeah,
And he's taking time. He takes time between
yeah,
projects.
yeah. This one though, he didn't. This album, they said it started out around October or so. Because I've listened to a
Okay.
few interviews with AZ Shike and all those other guys like Lefty Gunplay and all those people on
Hmm.
the album, and they said he would send it to them, and he say, "Okay, I need this back by now." And those were during like ending like October, November, and things like that. Yeah,
Okay.
so like September, like right after the beef was dying down.
Hmm.
So yeah, so a lot of those, yeah, yeah. Right in the beginning, walked that mirror. I was like, dang, this guy, this guy's going off.
Guy's going off.
Yeah, yeah, and ended up with Gloria, another beautiful song where he's talking about his pen. He's literally
Yeah.
talking about him and his music and reincarnated different stories and hey now Dodger Blue TV off. Yeah. So going off. So we will see how the summer goes. If
Yeah.
Aubrey's gonna take back the summer, or J. Cole is gonna take the summer, or Kendrick is gonna do his tour and be done. It's a lot of
Yeah.
exciting stuff that we
A
have
lot
coming
of
up for you
exciting
guys.
stuff. Well,
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah,
yeah.
we
See,
got a lot to discuss
it's
because
uncover. Yeah,
the chapter is still unfolding. It's not done
unfolding.
yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
still, Drake is still yet to work with another artist outside of Party. Just keep that in mind. Like,
oh
think about it. Who's gonna be the first one to step out and make a song with them?
wow, that's
Think
yeah,
about it. It's crazy. He's the feature
yeah,
guy. He works with a lot of people, and
yeah.
interesting to see.
It's a very good point. It's a
Yeah.
really good point. So yeah, that's another episode. Let's wrap it up. You want to take us home, and then we'll be
Yeah,
back
that's
next week. Yeah,
yeah. We'll be back next week with
yeah,
episode 5.
yeah,
We're cruising along. We've got four episodes in now. Thank you
yeah,
guys for listening,
yeah,
tuning in, liking, and subscribing.
yeah,
Looking forward to the next episode. We appreciate all the support.
yeah. For sure, for sure. We will catch you guys back on the next one.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. See ya.